We're with Lydd Town Chairman Kevin Oakes. Kevin, at the start of the season, I suppose the dream was to be in contention for promotion, and if we could go up. To win the league and also do it in the way that we've done it, you must be really proud.
Yeah, we're really pleased, obviously. Yeah, you say it was a dream. You think on paper you've got a good squad and you should be out there challenging, but I'm sure a lot of clubs say that at the beginning of the season. And we got off to a good start. We had a little bit of a bump in the road. Obviously, we made some changes, and since Christmas, other people have had games in hand. They've been catching up on us. The pressure and the intensity and the attention on our club from others has spurred us on. And full credit to the players and management, everybody involved with the club from top to bottom. Doesn't matter what their role is, doesn't matter if they've played every game or one game, everybody's played their part and thoroughly deserved, and they will deserve a lot of credit.
How were you feeling at half time, Kev?
Nervous. I've been feeling nervous all week.
What did you think, though, with the wind and the conditions and the fact that they got given a softish penalty?
Yeah, no disrespect to Lydd, it's a lovely little ground, but it is somewhere that's known for hurricane winds 365 days of the year, and yeah, we come down here. We knew that they wouldn't give us anything cheap. Nobody wants us celebrating on their patch. I wouldn't want that to happen.
That's one thing that Erith and Belvedere can be absolutely convinced of, that they made it hard. They stopped the play, they broke the play down, they did everything they could in the first half.
We've had to really work for it, and we've gone in at half time, and we could have come out in the second half and sulked and moaned, or we could have fucking knuckled down and got the job done. And
I'm beeping that, by the way.
And the boys have stepped up to the plate, and yeah, again, full credit to them. They've done what we know they're capable of doing.
So it's going to be a good journey back on the disco bus. Plenty of singing, I would imagine.
Yeah, as much as it's horrible to come all this way on the final day, yeah, we've got a little bit of an extended party on the way home. I'd also like to pay credit to all of our rivals. I'd like to think that a lot of teams in our league have got respect for us, on and off the pitch, that we play good football, we win games, and we've come into the SCEFL League and done our bit. Bryden, Erith, Kennington and Sutton have pushed us right down to the wire. I think...
Go on, go through. We are filming in the turnstile because there's either champagne or wind at the moment. So yeah, you'd like to think that the way that the club have behaved, that there's a bit of respect there and played.
You're always going to get players kick each other. You're always going to get players arguing. They're always going to moan at referee that, oh, that wasn't a penalty, that wasn't a throw. I don't agree with it. I think generally speaking, I'd like to think we've conducted ourselves professionally on and off the pitch, and so have our rivals. I've got a lot of time and respect for the teams that have pushed us all the way. Obviously, I'm glad that we've come out on top.
Are you also hoping that Erith can come up in second place?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. I think it's testament to the strength of this division that both titles have gone down to the wire in the Premier and our division, that you've got 4 or 5 teams pushing for promotion in our league, whereas other parts of the country you've got a team that are 20 points clear, plus 100 goal difference. It's not competitive. Bryden beat us twice. They are probably the best side that we've played this season. Erith, we've really had to work hard to get 2 results out of them. They've won a cup. Kennington, we played them twice. We didn't score against them in either game. And Sutton, everything we got out of Sutton, both games, we really had to put ourselves on the line. And it is a shame that only one side goes up this year. Obviously, it was very different last year.
And next year's going to change as well.
By the sound of it, it's going to be very different next year. And I think that makes the victory all the sweeter. But yeah, I've got a lot of time for those clubs, because where our club's come so far so quickly, and I've had to do an awful lot behind the scenes personally that maybe doesn't happen at other clubs. I've got to know a lot of other people at those clubs, and I've got a lot of time for them. And whilst I'm sure they'll be disappointed today, there's a lot to look forward to next year, and it would be nice to see those 3 or 4 clubs progress, because they're good enough on the pitch, and they're pretty good off the pitch as well. And yeah, if those clubs all came up next year, I'd be really, really pleased for them.
I know you thanked your other half on the coach on the way down there because she was sitting next to you. She's not here now, so feel free to also say a little bit about how Lou's helped you all the way through the season.
It's not just Lou. I live with a mother-in-law. People have said to me all year. One of my Sunday boys came down to watch today. He's driven all the way down from Bexley to Lydd to watch people he doesn't really know, but he wants to support the club. Louise, my partner, and her mum lives with us as well. You know, cleaning kit on a Saturday night. I'm sure most people in their 20s or 30s are out socialising, and you know they're at home washing smelly kit while I'm putting the highlights out on YouTube.
Is Lou still in her 30s?
Just about. And yeah, when you do progress quickly on the pitch, the people off the pitch, you've got to put in the effort, and it's not all down to me. You know, even people like yourself, Tom, thank you for what you do. You're not in the pub on a Saturday, you're at home editing videos and doing all that other geeky shit. So yeah, thank you. It's a real team effort off the pitch, and when there aren't that many people involved, you've got to be a lot more close-knit, and you've got to put a lot more effort in. And as I say, when you do get success last year and this year, it's all the sweeter.
Lydd Town are a club that have improved year on year in a very short history.
Yeah.
You've got that to top really next year. You're going to be looking to improve again next year?
I said last year that there is a limit as to how far you can go. We need to be sustainable. We're trying to bring in youth teams off the pitch and other people behind the scenes that will help us continue progressing. Obviously, we want that to happen. We need to be realistic. You can't just keep getting promoted every year, because it will come crashing down at some point.
Without saying you're going to throw money at it and sign players, blah blah blah.
Well,
are you hoping, or do you believe that Lydd Town can be competitive next year in the league above?
Yeah, we'll always be competitive, because I'm not going to put in the time and effort for us to lose 38 games a year. You know, there's a lot of misconceptions about our club. I think the people that make the effort to get to know me, get to know the people behind the scenes, the league officers, the referees, the meetings you go to, think there are people out there that know what's really going on. Of course, there's a little bit of money. I don't care what anyone says. There are more teams in this league that have got a little bit of a budget, despite claiming not to. But that has to change, and yeah, we're trying to do things the right way with the website, with the match programs, with the video, with the photography, bringing in youth sides, all that kind of stuff, to make sure that if I suddenly got hit by a bus tomorrow, that the club would still carry on as usual. And yeah, very confident we don't stop here.
We'll talk about stuff like the FA Cup and the FA Vars. Are they possibilities next year?
FA Vars is guaranteed, yeah, unless our ground suddenly burns down. FA Cup, there's a little bit of a loophole. You have to have done a year in the FA Vars to be eligible for the FA Cup.
Unless you're in step 5.
But then there is also a rule that says clubs step 5 and above are automatically entered. So yeah, I would expect us to be in the FA Cup next year. 3 years ago we were picking up dog mess in the park, with most of our playing squad the wrong side of 30, and next year we'll be playing in the FA Cup. So
and the FA Vars, of course, where Cray Valley have got to the final. So that's a team in the league that we're in next year.
Yeah, I mean, to think that not many years ago, let's say we were playing in the park, and next year we'll be competing with sides who are, well, Cray Valley have got promoted today, so well done to them. We won't be playing them, obviously, but to even think that a club like ours could even be in a competition that ends at Wembley, let alone potentially get down that path, is the future is very exciting. Yeah.
I know you probably want to say, without dwelling on it too much, a little bit about Mike Jones, Richard Dimmock, who were at the start, and also go on to talk about Louis and all of his coaching team.
Yeah, and Joel and Blaine and Aaron. I think it's never nice letting a manager go, or asking a manager to leave, or sacking a manager, or whatever way it's done. It's not nice. And you know, I felt at the time, despite people outside of the club maybe thinking that I'd lost my marbles, I do think I still think it was the right thing to do. But it was always with a heavy heart. I've known Richard a long time. I've obviously got to know Joel, who's played for the club. I've got a lot of time and respect for all of them. Whilst I'm sure they'd be very disappointed what happened back then, and they'll probably be disappointed in many respects today. We wouldn't be here without them. So again, I've done it numerous times. I like to put on record that we are where we are because they've played their part and they should be very proud of themselves. We've had a change of direction, and making that change, I would like to think, has paid off. And Louis, Ryan, Mark, and Rob have all come in. They've been thoroughly professional. From moment one, the boys have reacted the right way. That could have obviously gone in a different direction, and they've got their rewards today. And everybody, past and present, Blaine and Erin, as I say, that were involved when the club first started.
I'm surprised you haven't thanked John Main.
Yeah, Chris Ware, everybody. Even if you've made one substitute appearance this year, you've played your part. So everybody should be very proud, and thank you to all of them. I'm very, very grateful.
Right, I'm not using the tripod, so my hand are hurting because I've got a big one after all.
Should we go and have a beer?
I've got a big one. All I'm going to say now is, do you expect lots of stuff to happen in the summer?
Yes.
Would you be saying literally subscribe to Twitter, subscribe to YouTube?
I'm probably one of those sad people that spends a lot more time behind the scenes, away from the football pitch, trying to build a club than maybe many others. And I do enjoy that. I want us to be successful. We're going to a level where the football and the finance and everything is really, really serious. I want to make sure that we're as well organised off the pitch as possible. I would not expect vast changes on the field, but that's not my decision. That's the manager's decision.
Are we keeping the same kit next year, Kevin? That's important for supporters, isn't it?
It'll be green and black, but it probably won't be the same. No, there's a lot of things, I've said in interviews before, there's a lot of things lined up that I think will continue to shock a few people, but it will all be aimed at continuing to progress the club. And exciting times.
And am I at the club next year, Kevin?
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Have I got that on camera? Because we'll fall back on that in months to come.
A verbal contract is not worth the paper it's written on.
Oh, okay, thanks. Okay, good luck next season then, Kevin. Cheers.
Cheers, Tom. Thanks for all your hard work.